This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago, coming from the 606 Media Studios. This is the TCSF podcast with Big Z, featuring Stevie-B for the No Water on the Weekend podcast. We got JC of Dynasty Fantasy Football, and we got No Sweat Serg also joining us. Episode 185 is brought to you by 606 Media, true Chicago sports fans. Don't forget to go over to gritclothingcode.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Get your official shirts now. And if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X, hit that subscribe button. Oh, come on, Stevie-B. You've got to unmute yourself.
Smash!
There he is.
That was Smash. Yeah, sorry. Smash! It wouldn't come off. I was hitting Command D and it wasn't working.
Oh, boy. And if you're on your favorite podcast app, if you're listening to audio version, remember, hit that, give us a 5-star review and drop in some comics that will shoot us up on the categories. I'm sure this week what the our ratings were worldwide. We are really doing well. Yeah,
Give us nice comments, talk about how handsome Jose is,
Whoa, and then they'll be lying. Then they'll really be lying. Yeah, we have a listening score of 24, so top 24 podcast in the world. So we're top 10% in the world. So we're doing good. We're doing good. But thank you for everybody who's listening and everybody's watching. And you can also support the show with a monthly subscription at anchor.fm/ True Chicago Sports. Go over there and click on a support button, and you can subscribe for as little as 99 cents a month. All right, all the pleasantries are over. It is a wild Tuesday, and we are live with Stevie-B, JC, and No Sweat. And what is up, boys? How is everybody doing?
Doing great. Pretty well. It was a good Tuesday, I should say.
I mean, is it Monday?
We still got some time.
Wait, it's Monday.
Yeah, but you said Tuesday. So
Tuesday for the audio version, Monday because we're live. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm drinking some vitamin C here with some lemonade. So I'm a little bit under the weather. So yeah, I'm a little off. So Serge is like, yeah, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, I sent the wrong link the first time, and I had to resend the link a couple times. That daylight savings really got me. Plus being sick is not a good combination.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. In this live episode, the Bears are making some major news this week. We have Ryan Poles getting into his pole position with getting swifty, getting very swift on his free agency acquisition. The Bears are making news on wanting to stay home on the lakefront. We have the Bulls. I'm literally all messed up today. The Bulls are playing spoiler in the West, and we got some injury updates on 2 major assets on the Bulls. All that and stirring the pot and much more. But let's get into our Bears segment in 3 and out. Boom, baby, boom. All right, JC, this is your time to shine. We have the Bears. We have signed some new players. We've traded a draft pick. I don't know why. But let's start off with the latest acquisitions of the Bears. Go ahead, JC.
Let's start with, I will not walk back any of my hot takes from last week. I was right. Derrick Henry still out there on the market. Where are you at, sir? Who was telling me we need to pick up Derrick Henry?
Oh, he's not even watching today, is he? He's not on here.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm just show on up in the comments, and we will have at it again this week. So we started off this week, or today actually, somewhere right around noon. We picked up a running back, which, I don't know what offensive line he's running behind still. But like I said, we got our running back who is a third down back. Got him for a decent price, better than what Saquon got paid by the Eagles. So can't complain there. Then we turn around, we get Jair Byard from the Eagles, former Tennessee Titan, who, if you go look at his stats, nearly double Eddie Jackson in every single statistical category. So huge upgrade there at half the cost we would have paid Eddie Jackson had we kept him on the roster. We released him at, I think it was 13 million cap savings, and we go ahead and sign Byard for 7.5 million. So huge upgrade there. Cannot wait to see Byard in there making some tackles that Eddie Jackson would have been the
whiffing.
Would have been holding the red flag for the bull and saying "Ole," and just letting the guy run right back. Because let's be honest, Eddie Jackson, ever since he got paid, he didn't do nothing. He was a former shell of himself, too afraid to get hurt, and trying to extend his career. But what you don't realize is when you try to extend your career like that, you don't have a long career because people are going to cut you and send you to the wayside. So as far as I'm aware, Eddie Jackson is still out there available on the market.
Right.
Other than that, who was the third person we signed today?
So we got DeAndre Swift, former Eagles running back, a 3-year, $24 million. He was drafted by the Lions and then went over to Philadelphia or whatever. Kevin, was it Byard? Is that how you say his name?
Yep,
right.
And then
that's another Eagle. Yeah, and then we traded our 5th round pick for the Bills offensive lineman Ryan Bates. I thought there was another one. Was there another one?
Yeah, I mean,
you guys are slacking on this Monday/Tuesday.
I am just like, I have a head cold and it's just really messing with me.
Yeah, I'm on some antibiotics myself.
And I'm still coming off of no water on the weekend, so
that's awesome.
Serg is coming fresh from work, looking like a stud with that tie.
Is your mic on, Serg?
Oh, it's on.
Okay, all right. We just want to double check that.
I'm definitely listening.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
All right, give me a minute here because I'm looking it up. I know we signed somebody else today.
All right, well,
and it's just blanking me right now.
That's all right.
But I mean, we could definitely go into the stadium a little bit. The Bears are going to remain on the lakefront. And
I mean, as of right now, I don't think anything's set in stone. Right?
I think they're going to stay.
All they said is they want to stay on there. They're going to build on what is the parking lot and a little bit of south of that, and they're willing to put up $2 billion of their own money. It's going to cost about $4 to $5 billion to get the dome that they want to put there. But remember that the lakefront is very precious land, and you have Friends of the Lake, right? That organization who shut down George Lucas on the south side from building his museum out there, which I thought would have been amazing.
Amazing. I would have been there every single Sunday.
Here's the thing about that, and I'm going to say it because you're going to gain one building, right? You're going to gain this one stadium. They're going to knock down the other stadium and do something else with it. So, I mean, you can't really do much complaining after that.
They're going to knock down, I guess they would knock down the interior, but keep the columns and then make it like a big old park or whatever. Make it accessible. But
another park? You think there's that many people who hang out at parks?
I think it'll benefit, like teams that like to go play, with like baseball or whatever in there. What they were doing at the Bear Stadium, which was really weird, but they would do extracurricular activities at the Bear Stadium that I found weird, and they could probably just shift it on over there.
Well, that's the thing. It's never been the Bear Stadium. It's always been the Park District Stadium.
There you go.
So that's the biggest difference because you have college football games, you have MLS soccer game with the Chicago Fire not calling that place home. You have concerts all summer long, week after week. You have that. You have the occasional 5Ks running through there that they finish on the 50-yard line or whatever. There's a lot
Are
of
we gonna do
traffic.
that one for the Bears this year?
Yeah, I'm doing it with the coworkers, so that's why I need to get my butt back in shape.
Well, we could go run on Sunday morning.
Okay, all right, we'll see.
I think that'd be nice.
Isn't that a song? Running on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Be.
Serg's got the pipes today. Serg's got the pipes. I don't see the red tape being cut for them. You know, I don't care what they're trying to do. They do not want that. That's going to be one of the major hurdles, right? Why not take over that parcel of land that the White Sox were taking? Take it from the White Sox.
Right. Yeah, why not? First come, first serve.
Right, exactly. It's exactly that. It's the same management group.
Jerry's feelings?
Fuck
No.
Jerry.
Exactly. I passed by it on this weekend.
Y'all didn't hit the button on that one? Y'all would have ate me up alive for that.
JC slacking.
See? Give me-
Oh, there.
Yeah, there we go.
there you
It's
go.
working now.
Ate me up alive.
It's
I was
working now.
3 smart cards over, you know.
No, take it from Jerry. I just passed by on Sunday. I was like, man, it stinks over here. So, and to be honest with you, with this stadium, I don't know when it's ever going to happen. I would say maybe 2030, if that, honestly.
It's a long way to go right now. I mean, you've got to get
2030.
2030. I mean, you've got to get approval. You've got to get budgets. You got to get the city to approve all the permits. You've got to shake a lot of grease, a lot of hands.
You're not going to get it as fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Go ahead.
The one thing I was talking with my buddies about was basically like the traffic is horrendous to get to Soldier Field
Yes.
as it is.
Yes.
And then when you're coming from the north, you literally have to walk like 1.5 miles
Correct.
through like the Field Museum, past the shed, past, everything to get to the field. So to me, like, if you're tearing down one stadium, if you're not putting up a parking lot again, then what are you even doing? Because like it's unbelievable to like you're getting rid of the tailgate experience.
Yep.
Which the Bears will probably be happy with because they'll have more sales and beer and food in the stadium. But at the same time, like I said, if you get rid of any of the parking or that tailgate experience, like to me, like it's insane. And that anything we build on that lakefront, they're going to go nuts and they're going to want the green space. They're going to want all this, whatever improvements, as you may call them. And to me, like I was telling my guys, I'm like, if they don't put some sort of parking structure back up there and make it more accessible to get off the highway, get on the highway, get on Lakeshore Drive, and make it where it's a way smoother, because I attended a concert for Elton John, his last concert ever in Chicago.
I'm still standing.
I missed like the first 3 songs because traffic was so bad that I couldn't even get to the stadium. And we missed like the first 3 songs. So like I said, it's one of those where, and I mean, we left at like, I think 5:30 and the concert started at like 7 or 7:30.
That's insane.
So like I said,
No,
I mean,
I'll chime in with that after JC's done.
No, yeah, go ahead.
No, because same thing when I went to go see The Weeknd. I missed the first 3 openers and I just got there right in time before it even opened. And I would have missed that experience. So I can only imagine when you miss a couple songs.
Yeah, and like I said, it's Elton John. It's not like he was playing some off the brand songs you don't know. I mean, these were his hits. So,
right.
I think it was like we missed like Benny and the Jets and
Oh man,
like some decent songs. So it was still a great concert, still worth the money.
did you get a T-shirt?
I did get a T-shirt.
Nice.
It's in closet over here. But again, it's one of those like I've been to plenty of Bears games. I've never really I've had an issue leaving the stadium after a Bears game where traffic was just horrendous and you just don't know which way to go. But again, like getting there for the Bears game wasn't terrible. Especially because if it's like an early noon game, it's usually not too bad. But like I said, if if this is something where like they don't put up a 4-story like parking garage or something to accommodate, you know, the parking situation, like either that or like you need to build like a skywalk from McCormick Place over to the stadium, something where like all the fans can park at McCormick Place and then skywalk over you know, to the stadium where it's a shorter walk. Because, you know, again, my father has had 2 strokes now. He has a hard time walking, you know, for anyone with, you know, handicap situation, you know, you do have your gondola guys where they'll bike you. And I've done that. I've paid for my parents to be
a lot of money, I bet, because it's rip off. But
it was like $30-$40.
Really?
You know,
oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But it was still like one of those where it's like, I shouldn't have to do that, you know what I mean, for my parents to make it to, you know, rather than them walk 2 miles to get to the stadium, because, you know, it is again, we've smartened up a little bit, and, you know, I'm going to see Billy Joel this summer. We did find parking at the Waldron deck, which is right there. I think it ended up costing me like $50 for a parking pass, but it's well worth it. So
yeah, I see your point, and I think it should be, if anybody been to Vegas, you know, they have the escalators outside. Obviously we don't have that type of weather, but you can have those airport, you know, fast walk things that can be built underneath, where they can be away from the elements of the cold and the rain and the snow underneath. And like you said, there's a parking lot behind McCormick Place. And then you have a hub, right? You have a hub, and then you have like four or five of those things, and just say you can walk, or you can get on those things, and they'll speed you up.
You make like a catwalk, or, you know, or an underground,
like the airport with the moving kind of escalators.
Like overpass, I would assume, because it would probably be way too much infrastructure to go underneath. But like I said, it would probably have to be an overpass. But like I said, man, you make that thing 40 feet wide, where you can accommodate, you know, I don't know, 15 people wide, you know, just everybody. And again, McCormick Place has enough parking for, you know, a Bears game on a Sunday. And now again, if they have their own events, you know, it becomes a little more tricky. But like I said, there has to be a solution. There has to be a way for, you know, to accommodate, you know, potentially 100,000 fans. And like I said, if you're tearing down, you know, because I assume like the Waldron deck is 2 or 3 levels of parking, you know, because it has a rooftop and then it has an underneath, and then you have the whole south parking lot. So again, if you get rid of both of those, I mean, you're really hamstringing and limiting, you know, the experience of the Bears games.
Right. Israel got a suggestion for you. He said
there you go.
The CTA, but the CTA is going to go ahead and that's even worse.
Yeah, that is. All right, we got some comments. We're going to run through these really quick. Eladio, thanks for joining. We did agree with our long snapper. I was literally looking at that.
Yeah, no, I believe that was a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
The one I was looking at was Travarius Moore, which that was a kind of like backup role / special team signing. So
thanks, Eladio.
Like I said, you know, I again, we signed a running back, which is great, but you know, I was hoping for a center or a left guard, you know, to shore up one of these spots, which I know we traded a 5th round pick for the gentleman from, was it the Broncos? I forget which team he came from. But like I said, you know, we gave up a 5th round pick.
The Bills.
And like, you know, he does have experience playing, but he didn't play much last year. I don't know if that was due to injury. But again, we'll see what happens. You know, Poles, he wanted to sign him 2 years ago, didn't have the opportunity.
The Bills matched it.
So Poles is really high on this guy, and this is one of those guys he wants. And as you can tell, like to wait 2 years and then go get him again, you know, that shows how committed he is to this particular player. I'm still on the boat. I've said before, I would love to see like a Curtis Samuel signing. you know, I don't know that I necessarily want Daryl Mooney back, but if the price is right, maybe.
Darnell Mooney?
Yeah, Darnell Mooney. Like I said, if the price is right, you know, in that $8 to $10 million range, maybe even less, because he did not have that good a season last year.
No.
You know, like I said, maybe potentially. I do like Curtis Samuel a little better, but like I said, you know, there's still plenty of free agents out there. You know, none of the edge rushers got signed yet, as far as I'm aware, except for Brian Burns, who got traded for by the Giants. Giants gave up a second and a fifth to get him from Carolina. He was one of those guys that I was hoping was going to hit the free agent market, but Carolina put a franchise tag on him, and good for them. They got compensation for him before he left. You know, they got a fifth out of him. So little rich for my blood if you also have to pay him. But like I said, Daniel Hunter's still out there. You know, there's plenty of rumors about Nick Bosa, or, you know, one of the Bosas from the Chargers potentially becoming available. Khalil Mack potentially becoming available, because the Chargers are in a world of cap hurt. So, like I said, plenty of opportunity. I think there were 50 free agent signings already. And like I said, it's slow going now. We're getting into that nitty gritty and, you know, negotiations where, you know, you're trying to get your guys for the proper compensation.
Here's a question. I'll give you a question.
Yep, go ahead.
So we have Minshew, who signed with the Raiders. We
Minshew,
have
Minshew.
Minshew. He sounds like a damn. I ain't going there.
Do not disgrace my mustachio, man.
I ain't disgracing. It's the name.
Yep.
Sound like something you can eat with chopsticks.
Gardner Minshew.
He signed with the Raiders, right? So
Yep.
and Steelers went and got, you know, Russell. So
Yep. And
now
Atlanta
that
went
is
and got Kirk.
and exactly. So here's the problem. Fields is going to be a backup for us. If Fields or we're going to wind up keeping.
Yeah,
Williams,
you're looking at, there's still opportunities. You still have
Seattle is one of them.
Giants potentially. You still have the Commanders.
But
Actually,
Seattle re-upped on old dude.
who did,
They gave him a new contract.
hold
Yeah,
on, 'cause
Teddy
I just-
Bridgewater.
Jacoby
No.
Brissett signed
Not
somewhere.
Bridgewater.
Not Bridgewater?
Oh,
No, he's not with Seattle. Bridgewater's not with Seattle.
the Patriots signed Jacoby Brissett.
Oh,
So there you go. Jacoby is now the veteran for the Patriots. So there's another team off the market. Because I do assume that the Patriots will roll with Zappi, Brissett, and then the rookie. And I would assume Brissett would get the starts for the beginning of the season. So, like I said, it's becoming very limited, and I agree. Justin Fields may
He's gonna
still
stay.
remain on the Bears.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
and
because
Geno Smith is with the Seahawks.
that's who I meant.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. He just re-upped. So I think
Well,
he just got
but
12.7 million.
It's like I could definitely see like maybe a third or fourth to back up Geno, because I mean Fields is much younger. Even though I believe Geno is the better passing quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, Geno is, I think, 30 or 32. He's a little up there in age. And he's also been injury prone from here and there. So like I could definitely see Seattle needing a quality backup. But like I said, it's at this point, it's now a waiting game, and Pole's saying, no, we're not going to give him up for that compensation. We're going to wait. We're going to wait till Kirk Cousins tears an Achilles, or, you know,
Yeah, they'll wait till preseason games until there's a quarterback travesty and someone goes down there like, here you go. Here's your boy.
Yeah.
That's he's going to have to do that because he wasn't able to get the deal that he wanted. He wanted a second and a fourth, and everyone was like, nah, we're good, bro. The way you're talking right now looks like you're going to end up releasing him because no one's going to take him.
So the Green Bay fan, which is, you know, Caleb, so he's going to being our backup for now, and Fields is going to be the starter. That's how it looks like the direction is going in, because the slim pickings out there for him to just be gone before the season starts, or he could be traded on draft day and we never know what happens.
Right.
Yeah, look, there's always that potential. I'm watching Israel say, send him to Minnesota, and that is not going to happen. We are not going to deal with Justin Fields twice a year, and
win.
Have to deal with
So,
that.
the Eagles did it with Saquon Barkley, and they got them with the Giants. So, just saying.
Saquon was like, if you can't beat them, join them. That's essentially what Jaquan did.
Right.
Well,
I don't blame him.
Listen, if you go from a team where you were the only player for 6 years worth a damn,
Yep.
and you get paid by a team that is a potential Super Bowl team, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
In a heartbeat.
There's a difference between the Bears trading Justin Fields within division and Justin Fields being a free agent and signing in division. There's a big difference. If I'm the Bears, I am not trading him within the NFC North. He would be sent somewhere else where, like I said, Seattle, where, we might see him once a year or once every 3 or 4 years. But you are not going to send him to Minnesota.
What are you afraid of, JC? I'm not afraid.
Yeah,
No, it's just the fact of I don't want to deal with it. I don't want the PR. I don't want to hear twice a year about Justin Fields. It's a hey, you know what? We drafted him. He did good for us. As well as he could, and you moved on.
This PR wants all the smoke.
Yeah, I don't.
PR wants all the smoke.
It'd be great for us to talk about, but you're gonna have two revenge games.
Regan wants all the smoke.
Yeah, 2 revenge games every season. I'm good on that. Izzy's super active on the chat over here, talking about we have Tyler Bagent. Tyler Bagent is a number 3. He will stay a number 3 until he develops to be a number 2. He will be a number 2. I don't see him starting.
I got faith in him. I got
everybody loves the backup quarterback. Let's relax, okay? Everybody loves the guy. Yeah.
Agent?
Yeah, I love Agent Bagent. But he's a good number 2.
We talked about this with Bagent last year. He was doing well, making his reads, making his progressions, but his arm is nowhere near Caleb Williams or Justin Fields.
Nope.
Or
that's why he's been training in Germany, running with his dad and getting his arm, a lot bigger.
Great.
So.
And you know what? He may be the next Kyle Orton if Caleb Williams gets hurt, but he will not start over Caleb Williams. He will not start over Justin Fields. I'm sorry. I just don't see it.
He's right. JC's right. I don't see that happening.
Nope, not at all. All right.
Unless he becomes like magic.
Gardner
other than
Minshew?
that, that's it. Huh?
Unless he becomes Gardner Minshew.
Sure.
Gardner Minshew. JC, what are some names the Bears should be targeting in free agent? What guys are still left that the Bears should be looking at? Maybe a defensive end or another offensive lineman. Who we should be looking at?
Well, the biggest question to me and what I was trying to figure out today is how much money do we have left in salary cap wise? Because I was texting with my group, and I basically said we signed Jalen Johnson for roughly 26 million off the cap. Then we signed DeAndre Swift, which I think he was 3 years, 28 million, something like that. So I don't know what that comes to, salary cap wise per year. And then some of the other guys that we signed. So I was trying to figure out even what kind of cap space we have left. But literally you go down the Bears roster and you say, all right, we just filled the starting free safety role with Byard. Perfect. $7.5 million. We didn't break the bank. We increased the productivity of Ejax. Perfect. He is a little older at 30, so he'll probably be 31 by the start of the season. But, free safety, those guys can play till 33, 34, usually, as long as they don't lose their speed. So, again, Byard has the instincts. He has everything. I'm not worried about him at all.
Why don't we go after Calvin Ridley. I mean, he's still a free agent. He's still wandering around.
I
I mean, Calvin Ridley's not that bad.
He missed like 2 seasons with some unknown issue.
Right.
Then he missed a season for the gambling.
I thought he would. Yeah, I thought he was only suspended for the gambling last season.
He came back last year and played for the Jags and had a very lackluster season. He had a huge start to the season, like the first 3 weeks, and then he fell off and was getting like 3 catches a game by the end of the season. So to me, like, even though he is listed as one of the top guys, basically because of his age and everything and his past productivity, to me, give me Curtis Samuel. I'm still way higher on Curtis Samuel than I am with Calvin Ridley because, you know, again, that one off season he missed and he stepped away from the team on his own volition. You know, we have no idea why that was. Was it he went to rehab? Was it mental? Was it like, we have no idea.
Right.
I'm sure clubs do. But we, the average person, the average fan, we have no idea why he missed an entire season. And then again, he got caught gambling. So it's just some off-field issues where it's like, you know what? I'd rather pay a Curtis Samuel or a Darnell Mooney than some guy that I don't know that I can rely on.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
And here's the kicker. And I know you said rely on and off-the-field issues, but Beckham is available too.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I would not.
That's a no.
Listen, I own.
Damn! Right across the board.
No. Red
I
flags.
I own Odell as a dynasty owner and a fantasy owner. He's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Why are we not kicking the tires on Henry?
We don't need him.
We don't.
No.
We already have two different backs we had last year.
We literally just signed DeAndre Swift, who's a 3-down back or a potential 3-down back. Roshan and Herbert will probably fill that bigger back role. And then you got DeAndre Swift as that fast scat back, pass catcher, 3rd down role. But he will also play all 3 downs. So to me, Roshan can catch the ball.
Yeah.
Herbert can catch the ball. And DeAndre Swift now can catch the ball.
Right.
The only difference is DeAndre Swift has a different gear than like Roshan Johnson, where Roshan will run you over. Swift is a fast cut, get upfield.
It's a name.
You know, I think he was like a 4-3 guy.
Yeah.
So he has a little more speed than Herbert and Roshan. Derrick Henry, honest to God, I feel like he would be perfect for Cincinnati, Ravens, or the Cowboys.
Or Cardinals. Oh.
No, teams that are in that contention that you just need that chip to put you over. That's where Henry should go for.
It's one of those where, you know, the Ravens have J.K. Dobbins who can catch the ball. So, okay, J.K. fills the ball catching role. Derrick Henry's your pounded 1st and 2nd down guy. Same thing. You know, the Cowboys have a couple of those scat back pass catching guys, but they don't have that 1st, 2nd down pounded down your throat guy. Cincinnati, Joe Mixon, he's fallen off a little bit. So like I said, you know, to lighten that workload for Joe Mixon and bring in a Derrick Henry would be, to me, I think a good move for Cincy. But again, for the Bears, I think the 3 guys that we have, potentially, again, you might want to draft a pass catching back in the much later rounds. Like if we trade back, get like a 6th or 7th round pick, you know, you try and find one of those guys, but you want them to be a more of a special teamer that's going to be on the 53-man roster that can then fill in as a pass catcher, you know, here and there, maybe 2-3 plays a game, just as a change of pace kind of guy. But like I said, the 3 guys we have, I think, are what we're going to roll with.
Awesome. Let's on the flip side of the ball, Danielle Hunter. That's the big name that the Bears should be targeting, in my opinion.
Yep. With Brian Burns, like I said, with him getting franchise tagged and then, you know, traded, Danielle Hunter is the guy. But again, seeing as he is the guy in free agency, he might be asking big money right now.
Yeah, he will not be cheap. He has 16.5 sacks last year. That's a monster you need on the other side of Montez Sweat, and then your defense is pretty much set.
Yeah, but then you turn around and look at, okay, instead of paying him $25 to $30 million a year, can we turn around and just draft a guy at 9 and take that cap savings and put it towards Darnell Mooney, Curtis Samuel? I'm trying to think of like what other wide receivers are out there and available. Michael Thomas might get cut by New Orleans. I think Michael Thomas still has enough juice left to play a role as a wide receiver 2 to DJ Moore. I know Michael Thomas has the attitude and the moxie, if you will, to think he is still the wide receiver 1. But he needs to look at himself and realize too many injuries, too many whatever. He is more of a wide receiver 2 now, and he just needs to deal with it. What do you think Bears can work out trade-wise with Cincinnati?
That was going to be my next question. Yep.
With Higgins,
he just got franchise tagged.
I like him. I really do. I just don't know that we have the draft capital unless we're trading future picks to get him. And then even at that, I don't know honestly what it would take to get him. Would I take him as a wide receiver too? Absolutely. Especially now with the uncertainty of, what
Darnell
team?
Mooney.
No. There was a team today that signed someone. Maybe it was the Giants, and it was one of those where it's like, oh, great. So now they may really be looking at a wide receiver because one of the positions they filled was like one of those positions of need for them where they would have taken them at pick 6 or 7 or whatever. So it really hurt our chances at Dunze, a Neighbors, or MHJ. Unless one of these teams in the top are willing to trade out and we're willing to move up. But as of right now, the way I really see it is I think potentially the top 3 wide receivers could be gone before we pick at 9, which really puts us looking at edge rusher at 9 or trading back, or we're looking at a left tackle for the next 10 or 15 years to protect Caleb Williams' blindside. So there's 3 options there, like I said, and to me, Poles is doing a good job again. Like I said, I'm literally like every couple minutes tapping my phone to see if there's any more updates, if you can put anything else together. But like I said, I think for now they're going to wait for the market to kind of settle, and then then round 2 will pick up of convincing agents, convincing players. Hey, look, you thought you were going to get the big money. Guess what? You weren't part of that top 50, 55 guys. Now we need you to be a little more realistic and work with us on that salary. So
yeah, Israel's disagreeing with you, saying the Bears should go after Brock Bowers at the number 9, having that 2 tight end head offense.
We talked about this last week.
Yep.
We talked about, name me one team other than the Patriots, Aaron Hernandez and Gronk.
The Killers.
Name me one other team that has run 2 tight ends that have been over 600 yards and say 5 touchdowns. It would be again, unless you trade back into the 20s, it would be a waste of a position pick. You would be much better served at 9 taking an edge rusher, because the positional value is so much higher for an edge or a left tackle than a tight end.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm reading.
Go ahead.
He's so much better than Cole Kmet. Okay, but Cole Kmet is still a top 15 tight end. Potentially top
Could be
10.
better.
If his quarterback can actually make reads, he would have been a top 10. Simple as that.
But to me, if you have a tight end that can potentially put up 800 yards and say 7 to 8 touchdowns, that is a fantastic tight end in this league. You know, we're not talking top 3. We're not talking Mark Andrews. We're not talking Kittle. We're not talking Kelsey. Okay. We are talking that level of Sam Laporta, Trey McBride. We're talking that level. That is where Kmet is. He is in between that 5 to 10 range. To me, if you have a tight end on your team in that 5 to 10 range, you do not waste a top 9 pick on a tight end. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
You literally are going to spend it on a much more coveted and like position of value. Again, edge rush, defensive tackle, cornerback, left tackle. Those are your 4 that are the most important in that top 9.
Yeah, and I agree with JC. Right now, the time is to secure the future with these high draft picks that we do have. And, obviously we still need a center. We need another offensive lineman to cover whoever the quarterback is, the starting quarterback, right? And then I still think we need another rusher on the defensive side. And whether it's free agency or through the draft, Ryan Poles will get this addressed. And I know we need a wide receiver as well, but I think right now he's securing the most important positions. And then we still have draft and we still have free agency. So we have a lot of time.
And like I said, we're still in that perfect position where, like I said, if we take Caleb Williams at 1, we're sitting there at 9. All right. If it literally goes MHJ, Neighbors, Odunze before us at 9, someone is going to be looking at that left tackle class and saying, hey, let's move up from 15. Let's go secure our left tackle for the next 10 years. So we could potentially trade out at 9, move back to 15-ish range. We could still get potentially one of the top 3 edge rushers in that top 15. So we're still going to end up with a very good edge rusher at 15 or so. And you're potentially getting that second round pick to secure your center or left guard or whatever you want. But like I said, I know Poles has also said that he really likes this tackle class and that he was kind of keeping an eye on it. I've heard that rumor out there. So like I said, there is potential that we could take a left tackle at 9 and, like I said, move Braxton Jones around, and or maybe we move Braxton Jones. There's plenty of teams that need a left tackle out there. And like I said, he was a 5th round pick. If we upgrade, we can potentially move on from him to another team where they're looking at his salary cap savings for a year or 2. Joe Alt, there's potential for Alt to be there, but he is one of the top tackles. It's between Olu Fashanu, Joe Alt, and then there's one other tackle. I've heard from plenty of people that Alt is the number 1 guy. And then I've heard from people that the gentleman I'm blanking on is the number 1 guy. So like I said, there's potential for one of those top 3 tackles at 9, whether it be Alt, Fashanu, or again, I forget the third tackle.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. Is that the rusher from UCLA that Israel's talking about?
The pass rusher from UCLA is, and forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong, it's Laiatu Latu or something to that effect.
I will take your word for that because I am not touching it today.
I know his last name is Latu, but I forget how to pronounce his first name. It's one of those Samoan names that, like I said, I'm not very good at pronouncing, but I know his last name is Latu. Latu he is not going to wow you physically. He is a very technical pass rusher. But if you think he's going to run like a 4.33 or a 4.4 or something like that, he's not that guy. He is very much a very technical pass rusher. But he's one of those guys right now. He is the highest floor. So he's expected to be like the highest floor of the pass rushers, but he has a lower ceiling than some of these other guys who are a little more athletic, if that makes sense. Or that's, what the quote unquote experts are putting out there. is that, expect him to have a great floor. He's going to be a great player, but he's never going to be, probably one of these high-end motor Micah Parsons kind of guys.
All right. So that's going to wrap it up for our Bears talk, our Bears segment 3 and out. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15
for 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
Hey guys, it's Steven.
And this is Sean, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans.
Don't forget to listen to Nowhere on the Weekend. New episodes on Monday. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, so we're going to go do a couple of shots. So let's kick it back over to Big Z.
Thanks, Sean. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean. Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fan Podcast with Big Z. We got Stevie-B in the house, JC Dynasty Football. He has been tearing it up on the Bears with all the late breaking news. So if you want the latest news, go over there to his Twitter. He will inform you. He will debate you. And if you want to argue, he will do that too. So tons of football news will be happening. And stay tuned on True Chicago Sports Fan, the page. And he's coughing there.
I was gonna say, if you want someone to outdrink you, just go on.
That's Stevie-B's thing over there. But if you want the latest football news, again, stick with us on True Chicago Sports Fans on the Facebook page. Serg is all over that, and so is Berto, who will post for our stuff. All right, so
Just chime in real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I literally just got a text of Caleb Williams passing to Justin Fields, annexation of Puerto Rico. He is the new Taysom Hill.
That's hilarious.
Running the Statue of Liberty too.
Justin Fields will now be the new Taysom Hill of the Bears.
Hey, that wouldn't be a bad deal.
I don't think he has the height for it. Taysom Hill has a different build.
Yeah, different build.
It's a completely different build.
You run some Wildcat, it'll be all right.
Yeah. All right, Stevie B. Before we get into the Bulls segment, Israel is saying he'll be in Chicago this Friday.
Sweet.
For the Chicago River being dyed.
Nice.
Yeah, he said he's gonna be wearing his plaid Blackhawks jersey, so he said to join him. I'll be at work.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be at work.
I'm down. We're at 6 a.m. That's fine.
Yeah. Steven's not
6
working.
6 a.m.
Yeah. All right, boys. Let's talk some Chicago Bulls. I know we didn't talk about Bulls last week. We got carried away. So Chicago Bulls are out west, and they've been actually winning some games. I know they have. Yeah, they have the most. I forgot what the stat was. Whatever the term they want to use. Within the last 5 minutes of the game, they've had the most close games. So they have a winning record in these games, and they just lost. Who did they just lose to?
Clippers.
It was the Clippers.
The Clippers. I mean, the Clippers are going to be a contention team. They're going to go deep in the playoffs. I think they're a really good team, even though Kawhi just didn't play very well. Huh?
Clowns. Clippers are clowns. You let the Lakers come back.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking LeBron in the game.
I made good money on that one.
I mean, come on. Clippers are a joke. You're a joke. You were up 22 points, and you let these guys come back and clown you.
Hey,
who the hell does that?
I knew LeBron. I saw the look on LeBron's face. He's like, "We're not. You losing that one." Joke.
It's a joke.
Hey, as long as they keep making me money.
You can pay all this money, and I get it. Westbrook is not there. His hand is busted, but you still have 3 other all-star players. There is no rhyme or reason for you to lose to the Lakers. The Lakers are not even that good.
The Lakers are not that good.
They're not good.
They're not. And I agree with you on that. I'm just saying, it's like when Jose bowls. He bowls really well one days, and then some days he bowls really bad. It's the way it goes.
Facts.
Anything in sports. I mean, everyone has their good and bad days, but hopefully you have more good than bad days.
Yeah, you average it out. You do.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right with that. I mean, the Clippers, in my eyes, they are a contender.
I think they're contender. They're in the 4th spot. They're 41-22. I mean,
Right.
yes, they're gonna have some letdowns. You have
A lot of letdowns.
the Lakers are number 9, but I mean, they're still both better than the Bulls. The Bulls are
Bulls were beating them, but the problem with the Bulls is that they can't go punch for punch. They can't go the whole 12 yards.
It's the 4th round.
12 rounds. They just finish.
Yeah.
They finish off. They don't want to keep shooting and hitting shots. But we were beating them through 3 quarters. And
No,
then
absolutely.
and every time 4th quarter, the Bulls take naps. So they're always done in the 4th quarter. But here it is that the Clippers, to me, they're not that good. You got Kawhi, you got that beer guy,
Paul George, James Harden, Russell.
You got all-star players, and you're in 4th. You lost to the Lakers.
I mean, they had a good run.
Hey, man, Golden State got blown out by 50 the other day by, Boston. So it happens, bro. It just happens.
Right.
But the Golden State is not that good either.
No.
And look, they have nobody. They put Klay Thompson in the bench because you know why? That's where he belongs, at the end of the bench.
He's old.
He belongs at the end. He's not. He's old. He's hurt. You know what I mean? He's not old. Why y'all telling these players old? I'm tired of y'all.
I didn't say anything.
I said he's old.
Most
He's
experience.
old. Come on,
I said
man.
they got experience.
Yeah. He's
we gonna go out there and ball one day. I'm tired of y'all, man.
Nah, bro.
He ain't old.
This past Friday, it was the students versus teachers basketball game. They're like,
Wasn't
come
that
on.
like 2 months ago?
No, it was just this Friday. They were like, Z, play. I'm like, no way. Sure enough, within the first 4 minutes, the head security guard blew his Achilles heel out. I was like, that is why I do not play this game. Yeah.
Did he get workman's comp on that?
Yes, that is workman's comp. That happened on the job. It was still during school hours. So he's in a boot.
He's gonna get fired right after that.
I got technical difficulties right now. I'm gonna hit myself to go to commercial break. So,
Did he have the Aaron Rodgers Achilles surgery?
No,
I'll be right back.
No way. Yeah, go ahead, Stevie. No, he did not have that. There's no way in hell he had that. He was in a walking boot this morning. So, yeah, that is why I do not. That's why I bowl and I stick to non-contact sports at my age. I already had one
shuffleboard.
Yeah. I already had one hip resurfaced, and shout out to Eddie for getting his hip done today. He's okay. So just give him a little quick shout out. Let's continue talking about the Bulls. This team is a 3-quarter team. Doesn't matter which quarter it is, there's going to be a quarter where they're getting blown out, and that goes out for today as well. They're getting blown out by 20 by the Dallas Mavericks, who are another yo-yo team that's up and down. You don't know who's going to show up. They're in the 8th seed, and they're 8 games over 500, but they never all show up at the same time. This is part of that AAU culture. Is like, I'm going to stack my team with some of these best players, but they don't mesh very well. They don't want to follow
They don't play defense.
Well, obviously, the NBA doesn't play defense unless it's the last 5 minutes of the game. So that's what that is. It's just the new culture of the NBA, and it's just that's what it is, and that's what kills our parlays, right, Serg?
No, by 1 point, I was crying for you for a second. I said, "What the?"
Yeah,
it was Kawhi.
It was Kawhi. The
Clippers.
He clipped that parlay for sure. He did that, and you know what? I haven't bet. I think I made a small bets on Saturday on UFC, and I lost 2 of them. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. I have not placed a bet in a couple of days, and I was gonna place a bet, but I fell asleep. But either way, the Bulls, they are going to be a first round punch out. They're going to get knocked out in the first round. Right now, they're in the 9th seed.
They're going to have a first round? I thought they were going to do the play-in.
Well, that's what I mean. I think they can get into the first round and get blown out by the Celtics. It'll be, 50-point blowout. I think, actually, there be one close game on there, but I think they'll get, blown out by the Celtics, which is fine with me because they're not that team. And right now, I did watch that Clipper game, and, you had 2 familiar faces show up on the bench. You had Lonzo Ball and your boy Levine show up.
Coming back.
Levine says he's a little bit ahead of schedule, but it's not for this season. Lonzo Ball has been cleared to practice with contact.
They're kicking him directly in the knee. Don't come back.
Sweep the knee, Johnny. Sweep the knee.
We don't need you. Click. Kobe White's gonna be like, nah, I'm happy being a starter. You gonna leave me up?
Yeah, Kobe White's gonna pull a Tanya Harding and take out Nancy Kerrigan. Why
He's gonna
me?
take out his knee.
Why me?
But I'm happy to hear him coming back, though. I'm not coming back, but he appears to be. I didn't think it was gonna happen, to be honest.
I don't even know. On top of my head, I don't know how much is left on his contract. It might be 1 or 2 years. I think it's 2 more years. I'd be happy to have him back. He was an integral piece of the offense. So for having him back, how does that affect? Obviously it's going to affect Kobe White because he's going to slide over to the 2. So then he could run around and get open off screens and shoot his 3, which I think that's what he's better at. I think when he's dribbling up the ball and he's doing all his handle stuff, yes, he can be good, but I think he does too much and he's out of control and he's playing too fast instead of settling down and get the offense going. We have a lot of young players playing because of all these injuries. So I don't know what that was. Was that me or you guys? Anyway, yeah.
Bell telling us Steven's back.
Oh, that was the bell for Steven's back. Wow. What do we see with this team, man? We are 31-33. We just lost one to the Clippers. We're about to lose right now to
oh no, don't count them out on this one because Dallas loves to blow leads too. So let's not count them out. And let's talk about the new small forward, Bidham. Did I say his name?
Bidham.
The guy can Bidham. Yeah, there you. he can actually play some good offense, and he does play defense. I mean, he's versatile on both sides of the court, and he's been doing really well. So I actually like him.
Yeah, he's a good role player. He can put 8 to 10 points up for you. He can get 6 to 8 rebounds for you. That's his role, which is fine. We need that because a lot of the guys have fallen off. Javon Carter is like he'll play one good game every 2 weeks, and then he's out of the rotation. I think Donovan just doesn't have confidence in Carter, and then you're starting playing the young kids, and they're playing pretty well, And then we experiment with.
It's the energy. It
energy. Is.
They got that little bounce energy that they got, so they want to run up and down, and that's what makes them better than the veterans because all these other teams are running up and down the court. So these guys, because you don't see big Draymond. I mean Drummond running up and down that court. He's not doing it. He ain't doing it. He'll get down there and do what he needs to do.
Yes.
But he'll eventually get over there. He's like Terry. They love to go up and down the court, just bouncing off the damn rims and so forth. I'd love to watch that. But the fourth quarter, these guys they take naps.
Yeah, they do. And right now
Memes.
It's hard to watch a game because you'll watch the first half and DeMar DeRozan, like right now, he has, he'll have like 5 points. Today he has 13. But when he has a good game, Kobe White starts off slow and Ayo starts off slow because both of those got 4 points. Vucevic has been pretty decent the last couple of weeks, but he's also not playing any dominant centers. So that's where he's eating it up. Him and Drummond are just eating up rebounds because there's no one in the paint with those West Coast teams because they don't play defense. They play running gun, up and down, double dribble, let's go. And they just want to score and throw up the ball. But you're looking at, again, you talked about the young ones, the Julian Phillips, Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig's a little older, but Julian Phillips and Torrey Craig coming in off the bench. Those are your 2 guys that are coming up with energy. Caruso is still Caruso. He's not hurt, which is a great thing. But again, I don't see this team doing that well down the stretch because this is like the last glimmer of flame before they flame out again.
Yeah, one and done. They'll play their plan and get bounced.
Flame on.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be done.
I'm
not gonna count them out against Dallas because Dallas just loves to screw up too, and I wasn't sold on Kyrie Irving a long time ago, But now watching Kyrie Irving and the way he is with the public, and Kyrie Irving is probably the most consistent player on that team currently right now. Luka is Luka. He's going to do his thing. But that's it. That's all they got, those two.
Yeah.
Those two players.
All right,
It's horrible.
bet though the Bulls will win so many games if there was only 3 quarters in the game. See red. Good one, Beto.
It's true, but this ain't hockey, brother.
Yeah, it ain't hockey. It's a wrong sport.
Hockey.
Yeah. All right. Oh, so we got the Bulls playing the Pacers this week. We got them coming back home again to the Clippers, the Wizards, Trailblazers, the
Put
Rockets.
your money on the Pacers. I'm gonna let you know now because the Pacers, they'll give up 1,000 points.
Yeah.
And here's the problem: the Bulls don't score. They stop scoring.
They
So
can't
I'm
score.
taking Pacers.
Yeah, they can't score with those teams. They can't go like you said, shot for shot. So that'll be that should be a blowout. The rematch with the Clippers. What are you seeing there, Serge?
I see Clippers. I mean, it's still the Bulls.
You just called them garbage. You just called them garbage.
They're garbage, but the Bulls are kind of worse than they are at this particular moment in time. You still have, at the end of the day, you still have all these all-stars that
I call upset.
Oh,
I call upset.
which one of that?
Oh,
What do you want? Oh, you want to bet? You want to bet? Smell a bet? All right, let's take a bet.
is it a Jimmy John
I
bet?
don't know. I just won $500 this weekend, so I'm really
So
a gambler.
you feeling really froggy? All right.
Oh,
Go ahead.
And I got this jacket on sale for $56. So I'm living the dream this week.
oh.
I don't care about your dreams. I care about this money we talking
Well,
about.
get in line because there's a lot of people don't care about my dreams.
What's wrong with you?
Take a tab at the deli market. It's called Steven's Got the Meats, and they're always for sale.
I don't want to hear about Steven's meats and sale. So we're done.
I'm with Serge on that.
Oh
what
my
are we
god.
putting on this Clippers and?
Yeah. Well, what's the bet? What's the bet?
I don't know. I only won like $220, so I was just over exaggerating. But
IRS is coming for your ass.
wait, you're supposed to pay your taxes, right?
I hope you are.
So, I mean, there's a lot of bigger fish out there. So
Wait. You said upset. Why do we keep going over this? Stop
I just
skating
say
over it.
What's the bet?
I mean, like, look, they had a couple upsets this past week, so anything could happen. Did you ever see Angels in the outfield? Well, I'll be at the game going like this. I don't know.
Do a sandwich
Spot
bet.
lunch, I guess?
Yeah, do a sandwich bet.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
a sandwich.
because you can.
I'll mail you a gift card.
No, you can.
I don't know if USPS is gonna actually deliver it on time, but
No, you can like, Jimmy John him or something. I don't know.
yeah.
No, I am not Jimmy Johnning anyone. This sounds horrible. So we're gonna just do it. Send a gift card. This is
I'll send you a foot long. How about that?
You see?
And you can think of me while you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
JC
Y'all
took
need
it over the
Jesus,
50.
man.
That's
Stop
for
playing.
sure.
Y'all need Jesus. Stop playing.
No, that guy. Oh man, hates me.
All right. We'll do a sandwich bag, but no,
Fine.
we ain't Jimmy John, ain't nobody.
That's fine. It could be Jersey Mike's.
And I like avocados.
That's fine.
All right.
Fine, Chipotle it is.
I mean,
Yeah, Chipotle it is.
Or Chiba Hut. They got Chiba Huts
we
over
do
there.
have Chiba Hut
So
out
Yeah.
there's one by me.
This one,
So,
yeah, I love that place. It's good. It's a good spot.
That's all right, but it's
All right.
good.
And
All right, cool. Bet on clip. So I got clips. You got bulls. We
Yep.
All right.
It's straight up on the money line. All right.
Money line.
Any other notes on the Bulls before we take a short break and then come back with Stirring the Pot?
No, Cub stuff. No White Sox stuff.
There is no baseball news right now. They got the Scrubs and the White Sox minor league teams playing out there. The All Stars are really not,
I thought you were going to talk about Moncada and how they look right now. So
I have not and will not watch a spring training game for this team
and
because
the Blackhawks are eliminated. So
yeah, Blackhawks
that
are
is
eliminated.
very true.
They did win
But
after losing 7 games straight.
Yeah. If we want to do something else, what is it? The Mighty Ducks. We've all seen the Mighty Ducks. They're in Anaheim. They actually released a Vans collection. I don't know if you guys saw it. They have the original colors, the teal and purple and white.
I'll rock
they
those.
Have then that's the high tops. And I'm like, where are they? I had them on today. Not that one, but the high tops for Vans. They have the slides that was orange, and the print for the checkers is the logo inside each square. Pretty cool. And then they have the classic black with the yellow stripe. So they're pretty cool, but they're like $84 a piece. Give or take with taxes, you're going to play close to $100. But hey, if you're a Ducks fan, why not?
Or if you're like Steven winning on bets, he just won $200. So there's $100 right there to spend.
I'm not buying that, but no, not that. But hey, I sent a group text. I know, Serge, you're not in the area, but to go that St. Patrick's Day Blackhawks thing. So it was like $80 plus you get a ticket to go there. I know I keep talking about going to a game.
Yeah,
everyone gets my hopes up, but it's a bar crawl pregame. So I want to see JC smash some beers. Smash and subscribe.
JC is a tequila man.
Okay, fine. We'll take shots tequila and smash some beers. It's the same thing. It'll be green. But yeah, that's all I had. That's all I want to talk about. So
all right.
2 weeks away from April 1st for opening day for us. And yeah. For 18 days for opening day.
Yeah, you're playing the Rangers.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Justin Fields follows DK Metcalf and the Seahawks on Instagram.
Ooh.
Now that's stirring the pot.
That is
Yes,
stirring the pot.
They ain't gonna spend
What is the team I named as a potential sit behind Geno Smith?
Yep.
Yeah, you did say sit behind that. I do.
And I said this Seattle. Oh, God.
But then again, this is the same kid who was following the
Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, Atlanta
Israel's
Falcons.
still on here. Israel, come at me, bro.
I think he jumped off. He's there for the Bears, and he jumps
He's
off.
like, I'm getting embarrassed by JC.
Yeah.
He said, I'm done.
Done.
Yeah. Mimi's time. It's fourth quarter.
Getting served Jimmy John's.
Right.
Well, like I said, I mean, if we can get some picks from Seattle, let's do it. Let's, whatever.
Or we trade for DJ Metcalf. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett.
I'd take that. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I would do a Tyler Lockett, but,
You'd have to get a little
there's
Lockett for yourself then, JC.
I'm trying to think if there's like any defensive players that I would want off Seattle.
No.
Nothing really is.
And we don't want their offensive players.
No.
Not offensive line, sorry. We don't want the offensive line.
They do have a center, but he's a free agent, so we could just go ahead and sign him.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because again, he's a center. Work with Shane Waldron, would have an idea of how to run the offensive line scheme that Waldron wants to run. So wouldn't be the worst thing to do in the world, but like I said, I keep waiting to see what we're doing here. So like I said, we still have some holes to fill.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yep, we do.
All right, let's
What are you laughing at?
and be right back with Stirring the Pot.
There we go. Look at you, JC. All right.
Sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15
for 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
What up? It's Martin Moreno, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast.
Welcome back to the True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast with Big Z, with Stevie-B in the house. We got JC and Sweat Serg. Boys, you know what time it is. It is time for
Stirring the pot.
There he is. Where's my bell? There it is. There's the bell. All right, boys. Does anybody have a stirring the pot topic? Because
I was just told to show up.
You were just told to show up?
Songs on replay, Daniel.
Top 3 songs?
What are your top 3 songs that you was constantly replaying these days?
There's really not much. I think Stevie-B.
You drive to work.
Yeah,
I do.
And
I have songs that I can tell you right off the top of my head.
Long time. Come on, man.
Yes, I drive to work and I listen to sports radio on the way there and the way back.
It's like, let me go steal some content.
I could maybe do like the 3 top Spotify artists, but like in the
Taylor Swift. No, I'm kidding.
No. But like in the way of like song repeats, like I'm one of those people like, dude, my genre, like I will listen to the Temptations on a Monday, Avicii on a Tuesday, like, you know, old school hip hop on a Wednesday. Like my genre is all over the place, from emo to punk to
that a boy, emo and punk.
So, like I said, I don't really. I want to like I said, I don't like listening to the same stuff day in, day out. So like I said, like give me a Johnny Cash, Elvis, Beatles,
nice,
Temptations day. You know, give me like I said, I like to switch it up. I don't like to.
No genre you won't listen to.
Country.
Coming from the white guy.
I'm a little surprised by that because you
didn't
look like a country type of guy.
Like country, like I can do it for like an hour, because like, dude, when I was younger, like I was very much a Q101 guy, and like I work construction with a bunch of guys that all they did was listen to country, and you know what was it, 95.3 or whatever the
95.5
country station, whatever the country station was here in Chicago, and it was literally every hour on the hour, you knew exactly what song was gonna play.
Yep,
and it was just like mind-numbingly, like I wanted to smash my head against a wall, because I'm one of those people, like I need variety in my playlist. Like I can't listen to the same thing over and over and over and over. So like I said, like
hence why
if I listen to something on Monday, Tuesday is going to be something different. Thursday's going to be like, you know, give me an audio book. I'll listen to a freaking audio book.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Rather than
I can't listen to audiobooks. Who the hell wants to read to me? I can't listen to somebody read to me.
If it's in the sweet voice of Morgan Freeman, I'll listen to anything.
While eating a Jimmy John. Okay. Well, I sent you Life is a Highway, so that's gonna be on your list. About them highways.
Life is a highway.
I found this artist.
Ride it all night long.
You guys watch Cars, didn't you?
No, it was on Family Guy.
On Instagram or on might have been on TikTok, I found this artist named Teddy Swims, and his song is "Lose Control." So it's kind of it's an R&B, I don't know, like old school vibe to him. He looks like a Post Malone kind of looking dude because he's all tatted up in the face, but he's got a very wide range of vocals. I'm looking at his stuff up here. So, I mean, he's got one good song right now, and I keep seeing other people cover it. He sang with Kelly Clarkson on her show, and they did a rendition of that song. So that's the one song that is kind of on repeat that I kind of listen to on a day, almost every other day. But yeah, like I'm at work, I have a playlist, and it goes from, you know, hard rock to alternative to Spanish.
What is that song that you're listening to when these kids are just... I gotta get my head in the game with these kids, man.
Baby Shark, dude.
No, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. That's what it's gonna be.
I thought it'd be a little.
I was gonna go like, was a Limp Bizkit, like, give me something to break,
or no sleep. Yep.
I thought it'd be No Problems by Little Scrappy. I can hear you. I can hear you.
I don't have no little nothing on this playlist.
We gonna listen next.
I was gonna say you could check my phone. There ain't nothing with the start of Little Nothing.
Oh, one of the kids added Little Dirk on my shit. motherfuckers. And there's Little Uzi in this now. What the fuck?
Little Wayne maybe might be on my stuff, but that is the only little that I might have.
I will say this. I said
Jack
this
Harlow, Post Malone. I got those two. Biggie, Tupac. I got all those. Like I am a classic hip hop guy.
Yeah.
You got some classic little pop out in there.
If you are a mumble rapper, get out of my face. I can't understand you. Stop it.
Yeah,
Just
definitely stop it. Stop it.
I'm more of a Motley Crue kind of guy. Kickstart my heart. So, you know, or girls. Yeah.
For me, classic. Give me Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
That is one band.
Oh yeah, and you like the Red Hot Chili Peppers too.
Yeah.
Chili Peppers not bad.
Yeah.
No, not for me.
Like
Too
I said,
slow.
But like, dude, like I said, I'll get out there in like red jumpsuit apparatus. Was it? Oh god, let me pull up my stuff here.
The guy from Stranger Things, End of Beginning. It's a TikTok song that's like reference to Chicago, and it's great. You know, so.
Sorry, let me go to Pandora because
Serge, what you listening to while he looks for his Pandora?
Pandora.
Yeah, he's old.
Well, Spotify.
More like iHeartRadio.
Spotify has all of my.
iHeartRadio still exists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We're on iHeartRadio.
Here,
we're distributed there.
Guy, he is a one-man band. His name is Juicy Smith. I came across him on like YouTube one time, and like he plays harmonica, guitar, like the tambourine, and
that sounds
drum,
country.
Like with his feet. No, it's I would qualify it as
Sanford and Sons.
No, like a swamp rock.
Swamp rock.
Got my truck, got my kid, got my gun, got my dog.
Like I said, it's one guy playing like 7 instruments.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
That's very talented.
That's impressive.
I've seen those guys at Nashville where they're doing all that stuff. They have like the backpack and they're playing all different instruments.
No, like I said, he has like he'll play like so like he'll juggle like 3
he'll hit the control thing with his foot, tapper.
So yeah, so he has like a drum tapper with one foot. He taps like a tambourine with his other foot. He has his guitar, his harmonica, and then like I said, he'll juggle like 3 shakers, kind of like, you know, maracas, if you will. But these little balls that are like shakers, and he juggles them while he's playing like everything.
So does Steven. Steven juggles his little balls all the time.
Yeah, but they don't make no sound of music, that's for sure.
While eating a Long John. Here we go.
How does every episode end up being about Steven and balls?
No, you guys bring it up all the time.
No, you've been bringing it up. You've been bringing it up.
I don't have that mindset, guys. So
listen, you don't think you have that mindset, but you let some Freudian stuff slip.
Yes,
constantly. And we all sit here and go, nope, not touching it. Nope.
I'm gonna marry you, meat.
Here we go. We got going down my list. We got Avicii, Dashboard Confessional, Ataris, Mayday Parade, Post Malone, Foo Fighters, The Used, Jack Harlow, the Lumineers, the Temptations.
I knew Lumineers are on there. Nice.
Mumford and Sons, Blink-182.
Yeah, he's all over the place. Yeah.
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. Just to shake it up a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I got, like I said, I got, I don't know where it is on here, but like, I should have Elvis and Johnny Cash.
Yeah. I love Johnny Cash.
Maybe I pushed them out by having too many other things.
Awesome.
But Temptations is still on there, so
nice.
Today's Alternative, you know, all that whatever. But yeah.
Interesting. That's nice.
Well, like I said, for constant repeat, give me Foo Fighters. Like I said, that's the one band I can listen to their albums. Like
I didn't hear any Elton John in there.
Well, again, if you do Pandora and you listen to Rod Stewart,
it'll give you
Elton John will pop up.
That's only reserved for the shower, sir.
Oh, see how it's not me.
No, for his shower singing.
Yeah, bro, I sing Rockin' Man all the time in the shower.
Juggling his balls. All right.
All right. I think it's time to go. We're going to sixth grade humor.
If we have a few more minutes, which it looks like we might have 10 minutes, a stirring the pot I wanted to bring up a week or two ago.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about these prospects not participating in the combine?
Oh, I remember that. So,
Yeah.
you know what? I think it's BS, man, because let me tell you something. Because they have all these, like, they'll say, oh, they can just go look at. The ones that really go and do these combines are the ones that are really trying to get a roster spot on the NFL, right?
Yeah.
The ones
Right.
that are already know they're already the big
Top 5,
house,
top 10,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're like, no, I ain't got to do that. Go watch my tape. Go watch my film. Go ask my agent. You really want me? Then go do that. Or I'll do the private thing like they do
Yeah,
nowadays.
the private pro day, yeah.
You know, so I don't understand it, but you know what? I'm on board. I think it's kind of BS. But if you already know the product, then why are they gonna let you keep sampling?
Like I said, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, every team is gonna go watch your film. Like we know they're gonna do that,
Yeah.
right? But to me, like CJ Stroud last year came out to the to the combine, and dude, he threw and he cemented to me like the way he threw at the combine. It was like, no, dude, this guy is that's something special. Like, yeah, like it came out that like his, you know, because they at the combine they do these graded tests and whatever and all that nonsense, you know, the S2 scores and whatever, and like he had the worst S2 score ever, and he basically said like, dude, I don't like it's 7 a.m. and they got me doing a test, like I didn't care, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to me, like, go out on the field, sling the ball, bro. Like I understand there's risk of injury, you know, like the what was it? Was it Mozzie Smith or there was somebody last year? They ended up like hurting their Achilles or tearing a hamstring or something during the combine. But I mean, dude, that is so
super rare.
Super rare. And to me, like, I understand you have no what's the word I'm looking for? Continuity with like these random wide receivers. You know, you don't have the timing. You don't have. But listen, if you're an accurate quarterback and you can throw to a spot, what do you need timing for?
Yeah, I was just about to say that same thing.
Like we're running a 15 yard out, right? Yep. So you should be able to throw a 15 yard out.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it might be a little, you know, behind, a little ahead, you know, but you're still throwing a 15 yard out, right? Mm-hmm. Or a 10 yard comeback or whatever. You should be able to throw these routes.
Some of them did say that they're not able to bring their main guys and throw to them. You're just throwing at Joe Schmo or my dad or something like that.
They're not going to throw to their main guys when they go to their team. They're going to have a whole new set of guys. You can't.
Yeah, but when you go to the combine, you don't get that luxury. You know, you just throw into some random guy who does not really know you. Does that make sense? Like so they don't know how your accuracy is and so forth. But once again, go pull my tape.
Right, but that's the thing is like, hey, you know what? I would rather a guy come out and like, hey, you know what? I participated today. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the timing with the wide receivers. It wasn't very good. But if you go watch my tape where I'm working with the guys that I work with every day, my timing is way better. My passing is way better. But to me, it's like, I just want to see live at the combine, like, show me your footwork. Like, I just want to, you know, because, you know, especially for these teams, like, I want to see your drop back. I want to see you take a snap from center. I want to see you do a 3-step, a 5-step, a 7-step. You know, like, I want to see your footwork, you know, show me. And again, this is all going to be at the pro days. I understand that. But to me, like, or especially the wide receivers, I want to see every single wide receiver run the gauntlet. That's the one where they run down the line, one pass to one side, one pass to the other side.
Yeah.
Right. I want to see. There should be no option. If you show up, you have to run the gauntlet. Period. End of story. All right. Wide receivers. If you show up to the combine, you have to run the 3-cone drill. Period. End of story. To me, and I understand, hey, if you're actually hurt and you actually have a hamstring or whatever, cool. I understand that. But to me, otherwise, don't waste my time. Don't show up. Period. And I think we'll see you at your pro day.
I would say
what
bothers me is
they only invite, I think it's 200 or 250 of these kids. To me, Caleb Williams showing up and taking somebody else's spot, I would have been listen, thank you, but these teams will see you at your pro day. Have a good life. You don't want to do the medicals. You don't want to do, you just want to show up and be a circus, for sorry.
It's just the medical stuff that gets to me.
Darnell Mooney eyeing the Chiefs, or Chiefs eyeing Darnell Mooney. Okay, there we go.
See ya in Kansas City, bro.
Yeah, and he'll have a great career there.
Yep.
They will wind up with really
probably 50 to 70 catches. He's an upgrade over every wide receiver they have there, other than the Rice kid that they drafted last year.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I might be trading for Darnell Mooney.
Stevie-B.
No, I just said the medical stuff because, if someone has asthma, you wouldn't want to draft them. If someone who gets drafted to the Dolphins and can't have seafood Sundays, you can't have them on the team. You won't know that about medical if you don't know stuff.
Well, to me, the weird thing is again, it's the Caleb Williams show of I'm not doing medicals. It's no. If you show up to the combine, part of the combine is you do medicals.
Yes.
Now I understand hey, I'm only going to give my medicals to the Bears, the Vegas, or the top 7 teams or whatever. I kind of understand that, but he flat out refused medicals completely, as far as I'm aware.
Yes.
He basically said I'll do medicals with those specific teams. And he did to me, he showed up and did nothing other than be at a
press conference
and do press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and do individual meetings with teams. So, and to me, there's other kids out there that are trying to make these rosters, and they might be a 5th or 6th round pick, but they didn't get invited to the combine because Caleb Williams took up a spot. It's the same thing with the Senior Bowl. The Senior Bowl, you have guys that show up, they practice all week, and then they're oh yeah, I'm not going to play in the game. Well, what were you here for?
Yeah.
Why did you hold out a spot for some guy in the 5th round that really wanted to raise his draft stock? To me, like I said, you're either in or you're out. Period. End of story.
Sounds like JC's got a lot of content for his future podcast. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, when's episode 1 coming out?
Angry takes, it seems like,
That's you got a lot of content.
I feel like the old man,
get off my lawn.
This guy.
All right, my nose keeps running, so let's cut this short because that's gonna look great on YouTube. All right, y'all, that is it for today. Thank you for listening. A big thank you to our sponsors, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Grit Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to gritclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Go and get your shirts now. Check out the rest of the 606 Media lineup. We got Stevie-B and Sean on the No Water on the Weekend podcast, released every Tuesday morning now. I'm going to say
Tuesday, Wednesday, unless I get on Sean's case,
It's because they do a lot of drinking on the show, so they forget stuff.
I don't forget anything. But, we had Travis from Travesty on this past weekend.
Okay.
Who's done the artwork for it. That right there. That is all Travis. And you signed it here on the dotted line with permanent marker. But yeah, so he was on the show this week. He didn't leave till 3 a.m. So
wow. Yeah, you had the other two last Was it last week or last week or 2 weeks ago where you had the two comedians?
Yep. And then I had Alex, Food for Alex,
Yes,
who's a
Food for Alex.
food blogger here in the city. So it was nice.
Yes,
it's nice to have guests.
Yes, continue to have guests. It makes your job a little easier, and it makes it more entertaining. So I've been listening to those, and I can't wait to listen to Travis for the 45th time on the episode.
I think he's 6. I think it's the 6th time.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, he's up there.
But he's got some new pop-ups. If you like Always Sunny and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
So there's always something new when he comes on.
Exactly.
He's working on. So.
Definitely. Also, you can check out my new show, Impodsicated with Big Z. Right now, we're up to 2 episodes. I'll be editing the 3rd episode and dropping it on Fridays from this point forward. I'm learning the video editing part, which is a little bit more difficult than I thought it was, but I'm getting through it. So go ahead and give us a listen. Impodsicated with Big Z. You got No Water on the Weekend, and obviously you have True Chicago Sports. And we're waiting for JC's show to come out. He's still putting the final touches on it, and we are looking forward to JC's show. JC, you have any updates?
Yep, I got the artwork. I just have to actually sign up on Spotify and secure my name.
Yeah. Before someone takes it again.
Another one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll get Serg to get his own show too. So right now, Serg, I know you got a lot on your plate, but we'll get you there. Serg stories. No, me and my kids, or whatever it was the other week.
Yeah,
my kids said, I think it'll be great. You and your boys, I think it'll be hilarious.
I think we'll be fighting.
It's good content.
That would be great content.
Right, exactly. See? All right, shout out to Ronesh Panic, Serious Beats, and Custom Made for the beats we played on the audio version of today's show. Check out paniconthebeat.com for your moment merch and gear. Check us out on social media at TCSF Pod on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, IG. I don't know. Are you handling the TikTok as well, Serge? Do we have a TikTok?
I don't know what I don't know about no TikTok. That one you did not get.
TikTok's about to be banned in the United States.
Yeah.
They're about to sign that off.
I was going to say, we might want to hold off on that one.
All right.
We should create our own TikTok platform and then sell it. So that's where my head's at.
Go for it, Steven. Yeah.
Huh?
Be our guest. Go ahead and take over that.
Isn't that... oh, no. Yeah, that was like Vine before.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
3-second videos. Yep. All right, reach us at True Chicago Sports Fans at gmail.com if you have a suggestion for a topic, a stir in the pot, or you want to argue with us, or you want to send them money. Let us know. We're always accepting money. All right, y'all. I am Big Z, and for the boys, we'll see you next time for episode 186. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
A few moments later.
Wait, the Bears are what we thought they were. What we thought they were.
This is not how we wanted it to go. You almost can't even make it up. It's that bad.
Oh, my goodness! Didn't see that coming! Undiddly-dee!
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup! You have a lot of incest.
That's real.
Shut your mouth.
Lover boy.
Nature versus nurture, Lodge. Nature always wins.
I think he's on steroids.
Hasta luego, amigos. That's all. I shouldn't have had those artichoke poppers.